So what's been going on with Abe then?
Abe has reached out to me 3 times so far. He's reached out once just to let me know there's been some change in the home. And then second time, he said Brian's emotional energy is really running high right now.
That's true.
Because I'm stressed.
That's true.
And then this third time was just this week, and he said I've had to move.
What? Dude,
and he really isn't happy about it. But
you're such a prick.
Not,
you got a ghost to leave, dude.
He's not raging. No, I have to move in the sense he had to move from his usual.
I can't handle this rage. It's too much. A ghost who feeds off of rage, dude.
He's full.
He's like, I can't, dude. I'm stuffed. I can't.
I'm special. I'm really, really special. That's me. That's me.
I'm full.
Oh,
dude, I'm gonna puke.
Oh my
I got
God.
too much.
So he's not there?
No. He goes, I have to move. What he meant was I had to move to another part of the room. I couldn't stay in my comfy spot.
So what is it? Where are we going? Like, what? Give us the background. What are we doing here?
That was my question too. It was like guys saying, it's like, what are they asking you guys? What do they want from our visit today?
What they said was the house needed to be cleansed.
Yes.
They needed a house cleaning, and then they wanted to know what type of spirits are running around there.
And common is when people ask you to do a cleansing, it's because something has been happening.
And they did.
Well,
they
like
did
him.
They did describe some poltergeist type activity. And a poltergeist is, simply put, disregard the movies and just know that a poltergeist is just a ghost who's learned to manipulate in the material realm, like open drawers, knock a cup off a shelf,
Not
whatever.
a spatula down the stairs.
Exactly, but it's not necessarily malevolent and evil.
Yeah.
It's just a spirit who has learned and developed enough.
Look at me.
Yes.
Exactly.
It could be as simple as a knock on the wall
Yeah.
to
Your whole kitchen drawers, everything opening. And
to a ghost remodeling in your house.
Yeah.
So here's my question. We're going out to this place today.
Yes.
How do we keep anything from following us out?
Yeah, no.
We'll do a little circle before we go in ourselves so that we're protected. We'll call in our spirit guides, our angels, God, the universe, to make sure that we're protected and we don't bring kind of a little Teflon spray to make sure that we bring it with us. And then we'll do it again before we get in the car to come out. All right, so how you doing?
Good. I could be better. I've been like all over the place moving everything, but I've been seeing like in my room there's like darkness coming in the corners, and it was I saw them twice, but the last time I saw them, I was just having a bad day at work. My husband works together. He's a manager. I'm an area director, and I just like flipped out at work and left.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was like ever since I've been seeing those, I just feel anger. Yeah.
We were actually just talking about
Just talking about bringing in
on the way in.
Yeah.
About how you could bring residual energy home with you from different environments, wherever you may work or wherever you spend time.
So here's what we are thinking about doing. We want to first sage the space. We're gonna do a little walkthrough first together.
Yeah.
Just kind of feel the energy. But then I'm gonna walk around and sage, and Christian will walk with y'all. So we can see what energies he feels.
Yeah.
And then we'll follow Santo. We'll do another walkthrough, and then in the end, I'll sit down with whoever wants and do a little card reading,
Okay.
just to see what energy we have.
Okay.
And then at the end, we will we'll give you some pointers and some things to do.
So what does a cleansing do then?
A cleansing calms the energy. It tames the energy that that usually a ghost or a ghost who's learned to manipulate a poltergeist tap into, because the longer they're dead, the more powerful they get. And they also some ghosts learn to feed off of fear. So they go, if I scare the people, if I do scary things, if I do this stuff, they'll get scared and it charges me up and I could do more stuff.
Okay, most of the times when we do a cleansing, we're not coming to negotiate them leaving.
No.
We're coming to push them out.
Do they know that we're coming?
Mm-hmm. But we're not aggressive.
No.
It's a real mistake to approach a spirit aggressively, it's a mistake. One, you're going to lose that battle no matter what, because you can't affect the spirit anyway, but they can affect you. Talk to them, negotiate. Like you can negotiate a peace.
So before you walk in, you're like, wait. Just say a little prayer or a little mantra, or don't bring negative in my house. Because you will carry that. And if you don't talk about it on the way here and then out in the car, you bring it in the house and then you take it to the bedroom. But I don't feel negative. I didn't get chills, which I usually do, and it's like, ugh, this is not good. I just feel there's just a lot. Everybody's holding on to pain in a way, and we need to start letting go of that.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you babysit him for me while we're doing real stuff?
For the last couple days, I have been getting images of a backyard with kind of a light-colored wood fence, and in the far left corner, I keep getting my focus pulled to that far left back corner of the yard. And it's not a yard I'm familiar with. It's not a yard I've ever seen.
Are you saying that's where we're going now?
I have a feeling it's where we're headed.
Huh.
It's a backyard, and then there's some old, like backyard type furniture, and I don't know why I keep getting zoomed in on it. I see it all, and then it zooms me into the back left corner. Look at the backyard. What did I say? Light-colored wood fence, old furniture and stuff that belongs outside, and this back left corner. This is almost exactly what I was seeing. Just not quite as much. There was less, but this is it. But it's something heavy. Someone was a guy was crushed here, and it wasn't. It's like I feel like this whole area just compressed. Like it doesn't hurt. I'm not getting the pain. I'm just getting the pressure. Like I can't catch my breath. It was tough. It took a while to pass. This person had a long fight, and they're not giving me the pain, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't pleasurable. There was a farmhouse or something on this side. But yeah, this person, it was an accident. Arnul flow, and I'm also getting Andreas, almost like it's a last name maybe, or something like that, something very similar. I think there's something, for all I know, he might have been buried here.
It's just so much, I just feel so much bad energy in here, and I feel like it's just the clutter keeps growing with whatever darkness I feel inside.
Residual negative energy brought by this individual. Kick sponge.
Sam.
It's a type of anger that you can bring home with you, and you don't understand why you're that angry. That's an important. I wish we could get into that room.
I know.
Thank you. I can feel you, so if you want to give me feelings, let it go. There are multiple entities who like to hang out here. Some of them are connected to something that's in here. There's things in here that they're connected to, and that's why they kind of hang out here rather than coming in the house. They don't necessarily come in the house.
So you're saying that they're connected to an object that was brought in?
Yeah, there's objects that they're connected to because there's multiple entities, but they're not connected to the same thing. There's so many objects here, and there's a lot of energy out here. It's heavy. There's a minimum of 6 different spirits here, and there are 2 females and 4. I think it's 2 females and 4 males. They know we can't walk back there. They know we can't get back there right now, like easily. Yeah. We'd have to dig our way back there. I think it's purposeful. They don't want to be bugged. They don't want to be bothered. So, and they're really right back there. They're concentrated, like where that suitcase is. They're in that zone.
Yeah, I haven't been out this way in a long time.
This is your spirit space, and it's all about having fun. Your spirit is ready to get out of the morning
We're out by the Universal
space.
Studios.
Yeah, the grief is good, but let's move on from that. Even on the other side, they're like, I'm already gone. You're still alive. Have fun. So some of the opportunities that are coming to you, particularly about the lights coming on, enjoy them.
Lower back, I'm getting pressure, and it feels like it's like I'm getting kidney failure. I came to talk to you and find out. Do you represent yourself as a dark mist, a shadow figure possibly, particularly in this corner? Oh. And there are no electronics on or here in this corner.
And you're getting a hit.
But I'm getting a hit, a little hit. This corner, this is a significant spot. It's not super high with EM right now, but I keep seeing like a dark mist, a dark figure. But it's more mist than figure. But they're not evil or bad. These are just spirits that are here. Yeah.
This rose right here, if you notice, my friend passed. When did Eli pass? 3 years ago?
No,
2 years? A year ago?
Almost half a year.
That rose has not faded or died.
That's
since then.
beautiful. But yeah, the corner definitely. I know that there's energy back there. They're trying to let you know I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Like if they're watching over us.
Yeah.
So this is Palo Santo. We just finished saging, which is technically spiritual sweeping. And now with Palo Santo, we're going to do spiritual mopping.
In your parents' room, I remember I said in the beginning, when I walked there, I said, I'm feeling kidneys. And then in here, I put, it started to become clear. I go, did someone die from kidney failure? Maybe they were on dialysis, but I actually don't think they did. I think they just died from the kidney failure.
It's funny because he actually refused dialysis at the end.
I totally knew that was the case.
He didn't want to deal with it. He's like, if I go, I go. I'm regret.
And this is, who was this?
His name was Richard.
Richard, and was he a friend of?
Juan's.
Wow, and how long has he been gone then?
Only like a year. Wow. Almost a year.
She has blue eyes, fair skin, and she's about 5'2", 5'3", and she's wearing older garb. I think you could address her as Annie, because that's what came through initially, and that's why I kept projecting, because I went, yeah, Annie, you're not like really a white girl, but anyway, whatever she says. And then Julie is the other one, so that might be the name for the two. But now, don't be scared. There's no negative intent. Like I said, they kind of want to be left alone, so they're okay. And that's why you don't like being out here, because they're putting out that energy, like, leave us alone, go away, we're doing our thing. Like I said, they're in a circle, and they're actually kind of connecting in that circle. I don't know what that means.
My son has things he felt were bringing him negative energy, my oldest son.
Mm-hmm.
And we put him in a bin, in a tote, taped it up, and we put, what are those markings, what are they called?
Runes.
Yeah, just things came to me to draw on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been back there because he felt like throwing them away.
They're back here.
Yeah.
That's why they're in a circle. Remember, I said earlier I couldn't figure out why they're in this tight circle, and it's right there. Oh my! Thank you. Validation makes me feel so good. Like I'm all, thank you God, thank you universe for the gift. But it's so wonderful to get that and know that's what they're doing. So they're actually, and by repulsing you, they're keeping you from.
Now, where is that? Where did you put it?
It's behind the stuff. It's actually on the bottom of everything right there.
Right there,
Right
behind
where
that
that
suitcase.
suitcase is.
Right where
on
that
the very
suitcase
bottom.
is.
Yeah.
That's what you said. It's at that
Yeah.
suitcase
Yeah.
right there.
he
Christian called
just-
that about 20 minutes ago.
I keep seeing him like at attention, so he must have been military. I keep seeing him like attention or parade rest. I think that's when your legs are spread. You're at parade rest. I was never in the military,
Yeah.
so. But he's here every night. His love is overwhelming. The love he feels for you both is overwhelming, and I feel my heart sinking a little bit, actually. you. You need to forgive yourself. You need to let it go. I can't guard you. I can't help you if you don't let this go. Yeah, you're punishing yourself over. Let me see what he said. What he gives me. You should have brought me to the hospital. You should have maybe made me do something, or convinced me to continue my dialysis. That's it. This is something you need to let go of. He cannot watch you and share his love with you right now because your heart's not open to it. And you blame yourself. Why?
I feel like I should have pushed him.
Who can we control in this world?
Myself.
Exactly. He forgives you. I just got the chills again, so that's the right words. He totally forgives you for whatever you think you might have done. You didn't do it. He forgives you because he knows you need to hear that. You gotta promise me you'll figure out a way to let that go. I keep getting pat on the back of my head. I would love to know if that was one of his things he did to people.
Was,
okay.
It was, yeah.
I keep getting pat on the back of my
pat me
head.
on the head.
Yeah, like you're doing right.
Yeah.
But you've got to let that go. Like he's begging for you to let it go so he can engulf you and share his love with you. You will feel a love in here that you didn't think was possible. Just know that everyone who's running around here is positive. It's good. And then the biggest discovery is the garage ghost. That team is actually working to protect you so hard, and now we know it's not something negative that's repulsive. They're doing it on purpose to keep you safe, and I love that. They all again all positive. Like no one's trying to do any harm.
So, is there anything that popped up that you didn't know before, or you thought you felt, or?
The garage, that one did, because I wasn't sure if it did anything. It was just something telling me what to put on that thing, and it was something he wanted to do, like I said. So when he told me that, that's what popped in my head. That's what's back there, and it's in that exact spot you described.
So crazy, yeah. And that we had talked about that earlier. Before you were out there to confirm something like that. It just blew my mind, and then when it all came together, it just made me so happy. That
yeah. The thing with Richie, I blame myself a lot. I know he was sick, but I always felt like I could have pushed him more. He was just really stubborn, and
Is this the kidney man?
yeah.
What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, he was going through dialysis. They wanted him to do it at home. He said no, he didn't want to be at home. At least he got out to go to the hospital and go home. But then I told him like it was harder for him to get to the hospital. He didn't want us to drive him. He wanted to do it on his own. I felt like I should have checked on him. I did have the keys to his house. I knew how much pain he was in, but something wasn't letting me go over there. So that's one thing where I just felt like I should have went, but I knew he was sick.
You can take our suggestions,
Yeah.
work on those. But I didn't feel anything negative at all.
remarkably not negative.
Just a lot of energy. But my last pointers and suggestions are keep, you have a lot of stones and crystals, make sure they stay energized. Otherwise they just sit there. Use your singing bowl in your bedroom. If you don't want to make it sing, at least gong it in the morning so that vibration can feel, that'll start changing it. And the pattern I feel with everybody was throat chakras. There's a lot of things that are left unsaid. The fear of saying or hurting somebody or feeling judged is keeping us from sharing. So let's try to let go of that barrier.
And then also remembering the forgiveness ritual for yourself, and that way you'll be open to receive. Trust me, you'll receive an inner peace and love from your friend that you don't comprehend right now. Don't hold any more stuff in. Let it all out. It's okay.
Good. All right. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Good.
Very nice. Thank you so much. I hope we help.
Yes, you did.
Good.
All right, Mama. We will, I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Plus,
It's so good to see you.
Martin's right.
Yeah.
Let's see you.
Invited us to barbecue, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Just a lot of energy.
What'd you think of that?
There is no way. Hell, I didn't even know where we were going.
Right.
There is no way that they could have known any of that.
Christian called out that their friend Richie died in that room of kidney failure, that he was a soldier, all that stuff, and that was all real. That was all true. I go, okay, you know what? Maybe he knew, or maybe he overheard somebody talking about Richie.
Well, also, too, we were each following each one of them around.
Right.
So, I mean, there was no other communication that I saw.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I saw on the tape that Daniel was talking to Juan about Richie at one point, but I'm fairly certain that Christian and I were in a different part of the house at that point, and we didn't hear that.
Mm.
Can I say that for sure? No. So as a skeptic, I go, okay, I guess maybe we just gotta, we gotta chalk that up to maybe it was overheard. I don't think it was, but I can't say for sure. But the things that you can't discount are the garage. In the garage, when we were in the garage, how Christian could have known that? Okay, maybe a lucky
I'm
guess.
actually surprised well, there was all kinds of shit in that garage. I mean, they could have said anything.
Right.
But
I mean, that's what I mean. That garage was just packed with stuff and just happened to point to the exact spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the odds of that happening are just like, it's just, it's incalculable.
That place is deceptively big.
Yeah.
Inside, and I just got some weird vibes, and then going back to the garage, and then later when you had spotted the EVP, I don't think everything there is very nice, to be honest with you.
Okay, so let's talk about the EVP. So I can't tell what it's saying. It's hard to tell. Can you tell what it's saying?
We want to first sage the space. Sage the space.
On the lower tones, before it got louder for me, I thought it was like 9.
Sage the space.
Or something like that.
It's hard to tell, but it's definitely an EVP, and it has definitely a different tone quality than that room. Every sound in that room gave off a reverb or an echo, and this one particular voice had no reverb, no echo. It was on the digital audio. Yeah, so that was definitely an EVP. I don't know what it was saying. It sounded like die.
Sage the space.
I'm gonna assume it wasn't Guy.
Sage the space.
I think it said Guy. Better go back and check.
Check my shorts. Okay, but here's the coup de grace of that whole experience. So we get into the backyard, and he says, I'm feeling something. I'm feeling like it was a day laborer who died here. He was crushed in this, or nearby here, in this area. And I feel like his name was, and he stops and he goes,
Arnulfo?
Arnulfo.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's not even a name. Have you ever heard of that name?
Never.
I have never heard of that name.
I don't know if it's popular in the Hispanic community.
Well, but he started backtracking. He goes, maybe it's Adrian or something, because even he didn't recognize that as a real name. And I was like, dude, what is he just making noises with his mouth now? You know what I mean? So we do the research, find out that in 1938, a day laborer was killed close by, crushed to death in a rollover accident. What do you suppose his name was? Arn freaking Nolfo.
Jesus.
The dude's name was Arnulfo.
That's impossible.
Dude, that's crazy impossible.
That's impossible. To pick that out of a hat.
Yeah, to pick that name out of a hat.
Nah.
Like, if you're gonna fake something, you know, pick Jose.
Right.
You know?
Tito.
We have Juan, Pedro, anything. I'm sure you can find a Juan or a Jose who has died in that area at some point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dude, he picks Arnulfo.
That's insane.
So critics would say, or skeptics would say, oh, well, he researched that before he went.
How?
How? That was not online. In fact, you can go online and you can Google Arnulfo rollover accident 1938. You can even put the street in which he died on. It will not come up. You have to dive deep. And again, maybe he did, but that would mean that he absolutely doesn't believe in what he's doing.
And he lied.
Yeah, he's being willfully deceptive.
I don't think so, man.
No.
I don't get it from those guys.
No.
Those guys are, they're too, no.
Right. You can't explain that stuff.
No. And I've tried.
Yeah.
I've actually sat and thought about it and just go, well, this could have happened. They could have done that. No.
All right, well, that was a success, I think.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well, brother, on to the next.
I don't think we can use that one.
Why?
Ghost hunters?
Who's that?